Hey everyone, Alex here, founder of PostPulse. Quick update on our n8n node. We just shipped 3 improvements that I think you will appreciate. All 3 come from real feedback, so let me walk you through them one by one. First one is small but important. It's about upload integrity validation. So when you upload a file through our node, we use pre-signed URL to put it directly into storage. That's fast, but until now we had no verification step. You would upload a corrupted video file and only found out when you try to publish. Now every file upload is automatically confirmed on our backend before the node returns. If something is wrong, especially with video files, you will know right away, not 2 hours later when your scheduled post fails. Nothing changes in your workflow, same input, same output, it just works better under the hood. Let me just show you how it works. I have a simple workflow where I just read binary file from the disk, and I have like already broken sample that I prepared for today's session, which is basically corrupted MP4 file. It was like during write of this file, it started properly, but then something happened, and I have just like corrupted video file, and I tried to upload it to PostPulse server. Again, it's exactly how it looked like before in your workflow, most probably. No changes. It's just that previously it would upload this file successfully to our storage, and you were able to schedule a post with this corrupted video. But now what happens is that we have an error, we have bad request response from node, and if you go and check details, you will see the error from PostPulse. Uploaded video file is corrupted or incomplete. Please re-export the video and try again. Small disclaimer that I would like to add, these changes that I described, they are applicable specifically to few video formats. I'm talking about MP4, MOV, M4V, 3GP, these formats only. We validate the container structure. We check that the file has a valid metadata box that players needs actually to play the video. If it's missing, which typically happens with interrupted recordings or failed uploads, you will get a clear error immediately, not a silent failure when Post tries to publish. Not BMFF formats like WebM, AVI are passing through, and images are not affected at all for now, so this only applicable for a few formats. I would like to remind you that we have a dedicated page where we have collected all the information about the media requirements for different platforms, for different types of posts, and of course we are validating most of them on our web application. But when it comes to our API, we try our best. We add new validations, and people who worked with our previous nodes versions, I'm talking about the previous version of the nodes 2.2, 2.3, this is when we added more and more validations, and we display them properly in our node response, and we try to add more checks, but still there are some things that requires deeper analysis of the file when it comes to the ratio, aspect ratio, the duration of the videos, and so on. And it's something that we are still working on. So kind reminder that if you work with particular platform, still check our page, check what we will validate. If there are any problems, you will get an error immediately during post schedule request. But for some validations, they are still on you, so we will basically accept this file, but then your post will most probably fail on the platform. So please check our media validation page on our platform before you start publishing. The next one, second, and this is one I'm really happy about. URL import now actually finishes the job. Previously, if you imported media from a public URL, a node would kick off the import and hand you back a job ID. Then you have wire up a separate get upload status node, build a polling loop, check if state equals ready. It's a lot of plumbing for something that should be simple. And so let me show you how it works. So this is previous state, how you would probably build your workflow. So you would have upload media and from public URL, and you would provide your URL, and in response you will get the job ID with status queued. and which means that basically in our backend service we started, we queued your video file or media file to be downloaded and uploaded to our file storage. Then you need to wait for some time, then you need to get upload status, and you need to wait for state to be ready. And of course, in this case, it's great that I had ready status immediately, but sometimes your file can be bigger, it will take time. So you need to be prepared for different scenarios. You need to be ready for ready state. It can be failed, but it also can be in progress. And if it's still in progress, you still need to wait maybe for a few seconds and then try again until you have ready or failed state, basically. So this loop with this wait, it's something that I would like to avoid, because I would like to make your life much, much easier. Basically, I would like you to be able to do everything in one step. So now, instead of all these steps, we can basically remove them, because now what we have wait for completion checkbox here, and you can also specify like how much time do you want to wait for downloading. Usually, I think like 2 or 3 minutes should be enough, but you can change this, and also how often do you want to call our backend service. Again, by default, it will be 2 seconds. You can make it more if you want, for example, like once per 3 or 5 seconds, and to wait not for 2 minutes, but maybe for 3, 5 minutes. It's up to you how long do you want this node to run. But basically now, when you have this wait for completion enabled, and when you run this node, in response, you will get not ID, not the state, but actually the path that you can use then in posting schedule. Actually, the same as the same how it works for media upload from binary file itself. So no need to wait, no need to build additional steps, just enable wait for completion, and in response you will have paths that you can then use in your posting schedule call. One last minor disclaimer that I would like to add is that, of course, all changes that I described about MP4 file validations for media upload as the binary file, they are all applicable to media upload via URL. So whenever we download your file from URL, we also do this minor checks of the video file container itself. And again, if we notice that there are some missing mandatory boxes, metadata boxes in your media file, we will also consider this file corrupted, and we will also return the import status as failed permanently. And again, if you have your wait for completion checkbox enabled, then your node would fail with the error message about it. Third, for post now for scheduling. So before this, every time you scheduled a post, you had to pick a date and a time. Even if you just wanted to publish immediately, you would set it to nowish and hope the time hadn't already passed by the time the workflow ran. And actually, there were a lot of confusions with the time zone. That's why I think few versions back we added this disclaimer here that by default we consider schedule time here to be in time zone that is selected in your workflow settings. So basically, you can go here, you can go to settings, and in settings you will have time zone, and this is time zone that we will consider for your scheduled time. So we'll convert it to UTC date time, and then we will pass it to our server. So basically, you need to consider this if you want to schedule it for a particular time. But we also realize that many people, they just want to publish it immediately when the node is triggered. And for this scenario, we added scheduled mode dropdown, and here you have post now, which will eliminate scheduled time field completely. So if you select post now, rely on us, we will just schedule it, we will queue it, and we will publish it as soon as possible. If you still want to schedule it for particular time, it's still here. Same logic applies. You need to select date time from date picker, and also please bear in mind that you need to consider time zone that is set in your workflow settings. By default, it's New York, so maybe you need to change it if you want to adjust it to your local date time. And again, for those who are already using our node and will upgrade, there is no break in changes because schedule for later will be set by default. So if you will upgrade the node version, there will be no break in changes. Your schedule time will remain. So whatever logic you have here, maybe you have expression to add plus 1 day or something like this. Whatever you have here will remain. No break in changes. For those who are using it, start using it now. You can select post now to eliminate schedule time and not to think about it, and just to publish your post as soon as possible whenever you trigger our node. That's it. So that's it for this release. 3 focused improvements. Uploads are validated automatically. URL imports can wait for completion in one step. You can post immediately without picking a time. All backward compatible, nothing to migrate. Update the node, let me know what you think. Drop a comment here or come find us on our Discord server. You will find the link also in description. And thanks for building with PostPulse. See you in the next one.